Hey everybody, and welcome back to the second channel, which we're now using dolly shots in, apparently. I'm on the set of yesterday's video from the main channel. We just finished up filming. My friend Jeff helped me film, but he just left, so I'm moving the dolly with my foot, which is kind of a fun little filming technique. And I really should make a video on the dolly sometime. I did a long time ago, but another one because it's a really simple yet really effective tool, and it's, I use it a lot. It's just pretty awesome, but that is not what this video is about. This video is about my approach to playing this shovel guitar. And this guitar was built by Bob Claggett from a channel called I Like to Make Stuff. He has a video all about making this guitar. I will put in the description, so check that out if you want, and this video will be about my approach to playing it. And when I first got it, when I first reached out to Bob, my intention was just kind of like a novelty instrument, something that would be cool in videos. But as I've started making a lot more songs with it, there's actually some really cool aspects to this that give it a really unique sound, and it actually has some real musical ability other than just being like a cool prop. And what makes this shovel great to record with is also what's really bad about it by other standards. So what makes it unique, I feel, is that it wavers in and out of tune a lot. Of course, with it not having frets, you're never gonna be perfectly on that note. And just because it's a shovel, the neck isn't super sturdy. And if you're playing it and push into it, or pushing this other way, it changes pitch quite a bit. I use that in shovel metal quite a lot, and I think pretty much every video I've done that I've used with the shovel, because it's kind of a cool aspect of it that I would never do with other guitars, as they would break if I tried to do that, you know, without a Floyd Rose or something. So it's always waving in and out of tune, whether it be from the lack of frets or from just the neck moving about. This can be used to make some really cool sounds, or it can be a nuisance, depending on how you use it. So right now I have it just tuned to B. So it's like the lowest string on a 7-string guitar, but you could really tune it to whatever you want. And I've used it, I've used some high strings in some other videos for like some solo stuff. And there's generally two ways I go about playing it, is either with a slide. Let's see, where is my guitar pick? So with the slide, it, you know, enhances that wavering around the notes. I find it to be a cleaner way to play, if you will, because with your fingers, let me put it on the clean, it's, you know, it's a shovel, so the wood is warped quite a bit, and it continues to warp, so there's quite a buzzing. Kind of loud. So to get the notes out of the fingerboard, I kind of have to stretch them this way, and then they don't buzz. So you'll probably see me do that a lot in videos. And if it's super distorted, you know, that buzzing kind of isn't as drastic. Well, I mean, it's still there, but it can be kind of contained within the distortion. You can get some really cool sounds with the slide, which is what the main video was yesterday. Kind of has like a, you know, woods swamp band sounds. And then without the slide, I usually just put on some distortion and do like the metal stuff. Hey Wendy. Hello. Want to be on camera? No? Alright. I also marked in some fret markers on the side to help me keep place. They weren't there for the first shovel metal video, and recording with it was kind of difficult, so I just decided to scratch them in, and now it's a lot easier to play. It does get a little bit tricky once you go really high up the neck with the slide. I have some marks here, but they're kind of just approximations, so once you get up to this point, you kind of just have to go by ear. And, you know, part of the sound is using a lot of vibrato, so you kind of just got to get that note somewhere within, you know, that vibrato waving all over the place. Some of the solos in the videos have gotten pretty difficult because of that, or you can kind of just go nuts with it. So on the metal side of things, what I like to do is take one shovel, put it on this side, one shovel on this side, and then I'll take one of them and pitch shift it down an octave and put it in the middle. So just like a regular, metal band would, 2 guitars, bass. But because it wavers so much, I tried using a bass guitar to back it up, but it just didn't really work because the bass guitar was right on the notes and the shovel wasn't. So it made more sense to pitch shift one and then bring it into the middle. And then, at least 2 are synced in, and then there's one that's gonna be kind of off. It has this like wavery, drunken stumble type sound. That's also kind of a sound that I associate with really, really down-tuned guitars, or like 9 strings, for example, where the lowest string is just so loose that it's wavering in and out of tune, and that can be awful, or it can be really, really great and give you this angry, like belligerent sound, depending on how you use it. So yeah, other than learning how to work with that stumble sound, it's really just like a 7-string guitar without the other strings and no frets, in just a fingerboard instead. But you play it pretty much the same way. Picking on this side is a little bit different in that it's just shaped different. There's this, and I have duct tape on the side to stop rust from going into my veins. A little piece of duct tape here too, because the first time I was shooting shovel metal, I just kept bashing my hand into this rusty shovel, and that's no good. Muting is a little bit difficult, and like pinch harmonics and stuff, because there's just this thing kind of in your way of playing. But once you get used to it, it's pretty easy. It's kind of just like a guitar, just no frets and no other strings, and that wavers in and out of tune a lot.